The below topics shall be covered in this video. Now what we are going to learn is how to give discounts. Now of course in any business discounts are very important. There are two methods in Tally with which you can give discounts. Okay, so let us come to Tally and let us say we are making a sales to mobile store solutions. We will select sales. Okay, and let me take Nokia 64 quantity 1. Okay, so one method is you come here, okay, and you create a ledger called discounts. Okay, so press Alt C from here and you will get that discount ledger. Since I have already created, I will select it and press Control Enter. Okay, Control Enter, and you put it under indirect expense. That's it. Okay, nothing else is needed. Then save it, come here and say, now there are two options. One is you want to give a 10% discount. Okay, the other option is you want to give rupees say 1000 discount. So suppose if you want to give a 10% discount, just come here and type minus 10%. Press enter and automatically the 10% of this amount is calculated. Okay, now let us say you don't want to give 10% discount, you want to give uh, a discount of maybe say 100 rupees. Okay, so select spacebar, come here and minus 100 rupees. So there you will give a discount of only 100 rupees. Okay, this is one of the methods where we create a ledger like this under indirect expense. Okay, and yeah, in the GST chapter we will see how this has implications of on the statutory, but for the time being this is enough. So this is our first method. Now to see the second method, let's press escape and come back to gateway of Tally. Okay, from gateway of Tally what we will do, we'll see the other method which I was talking about. Now sometimes you don't want to create a ledger like I showed, you want automatically Tally to write and calculate a percentage of discount. Now suppose if the business that you are in, you are regularly giving discounts to parties and it is a standard process, then what I will suggest is press F11, activate the discount thing by going to inventory features. Okay, then if you see here, okay, use separate discount column and invoices, press yes and press Ctrl A. Now you have saved it, come back, press V, go to F8. Okay, and let's say I'm making invoice 64 1. Okay, here this new column has come up. Now I will write say 10%. Okay, when I write 10, automatically the rate 10% from this rate is calculated and 22,500 is being shown. This is another simple way, but there is the only difference is this: when you press Alt P, you see like this. Okay, now sometimes there may be an option, sometimes you must be wondering why am I not seeing the discount column. That's because I had switched it off as per one of the clients discussion. So what you can do is you can put it as yes. Okay, now let me show you once again. Here when I press Alt P, press yes, amount is 25,000 but the rate being charged is 22,500. That is because the discount column has been switched off. To turn it on, you have to go here, press Alt P, then press F12. After F12 you have to press this as yes and then Control A. So it is coming again. Okay, now suppose if you don't want to show discounts like this, then simply come here and go back to the old method. So we will take the discount ledger, okay, and or minus 10% and press Alt P, and so it is showing like this, less discounts. This is also very nice. The good part is if you don't want to show anything, just don't give discounts here. Personally, if you ask me, I like this method better. Okay, because this also gives you an advantage that if you have a ledger like this, you can see how much discount was given and overall what was the discount value at the end of the year. So this is the other method. I think discounts were clear to you. Okay, let's continue. Now before proceeding, I will just want to show you one more thing in discount. So which is basically this. So let us say that we make one more sale. Okay, we make sale to say Gift Planet, and say we are selling one more item, and the discount is say 5%. Yeah, so 1250. Now, why I wanted to show is I want to show you how you can get the details of all the discounts given. Okay, enter save. Now, the magic. Come back to Gateway of Tally. Come to the ledger discounts by pressing DAL, DIS discounts. Okay. Now, the magical part is you have to click on columnar. When you click on columnar, you will get these type of reports. You have to come here. Okay. Select group and name of account is sundry debtors. So which means it will detail out all the ledgers under sundry debtors. Press enter, and this is the report that we get when we select the ledger discounts and the group as sundry debtors. So it clearly shows that this was the total value, this was the total final sale, and there was a discount of 100 rupees for Mobile Store Solution and Gift Management Corporation. What discount? Okay, now let's learn that if suppose there are instances when you want to give away items for free. Okay, if you buy 4, 2 free, etc. So let's see how we can do that. In this case, the inventory has to be affected, but not the accounts. So let's see. We come to Tally, okay, and let's take sales. Let's say mobile world stores sales, okay, and okay, we'll take this Nokia 64 GB again. Okay, now save. Now here the case is such that we are selling one piece of Nokia, and we are also giving say one Samsung charger free of cost. Okay, but I don't want this to have anything. So let me enter like this. What it means is one Nokia 64 and one Samsung charger is being given free of cost. Press enter and it is saved. Okay, now let's see the stock summary to see how it has been entered. So come to Samsung charge here. It is not showing any value. Okay. Now let me tell you one more example. There are instances when say there is one free if you buy two, something like that. So how do we manage that? So again, come to sales, mobile world. Yeah. Come to, let's say he has come to buy Samsung chargers. Now here, actually he has bought 4 and one he is getting free. So how do we do that? It is very, might be a little confusing. So for that, there is an option called actual and billed quantity. That has to be enabled like this. Press F11, okay, then press F2 or come to inventory. Then if you notice this, use separate actual billed quantities. Mark it as yes, Control A to save, and there you see you get a column like this. Okay, so here we are selling say 4 chargers, and so actual is 5 and billed is 4. Okay, so that means one is going free. So 4 into 150 is 600, but actual inventory that will be reduced is 5. So if you remember, there were 8. We will see after this that there should be 3 in stock. So let me enter and save. Now let's come to stock summary and see how many are pending. Okay, Samsung, yes. So only 3 are pending. So that is correct. Okay. Yeah, in case you want to see profit and all, just press F7. Don't get bogged down. This is the details, and we'll study this, but I just want to show you that what has been the profit. So for example, 7 pieces, and this is the rate at which it has gone, because we gave one free, that is why the rate has reduced. Okay, value was 900, consumption was 1750. So actually we are incurring a loss in Samsung chargers. If you want to see the details, come in. So we bought at the rate of 250. Okay, we sold at 300. So here there was a profit of 50 rupees. But if you see here we sold at a much lesser value. Okay, 6 pieces went for 600. So the consumption was more and actual value was less. So we had a loss of 900. So average we are having a loss. Okay. So this is just to understand. Similarly, you can analyze for all other reports as well. Now it's time to learn Auto BRS. Okay, so what is Auto BRS? You may be aware it is a form of bank reconciliation that needs to be done. We'll do it automatically. So today I will show you what is the real automatic bank reconciliation. Before that, let's come to the ledger of SBI. So accounts info, ledger, alter SBI. Okay, here if you remember in one of our previous videos we had talked that we will set up this later on. Okay, fine. We'll give the IFSC code as they say. Yeah. Enable auto reconciliation is yes, and set auto BRS as yes. Okay. You have to download the statements from your bank in Excel or CSV and give the path here. So because I have already downloaded the file here. Okay. So what I will do, this is my auto BRS file from SBI, and I will simply copy it like this. Okay, and come to Tally and paste it here by typing Control Alt V together. So click here, Control Alt V, enter, and just put Control Alt V here also, no issues. Okay, just give the details and press enter, 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 and save. Okay, now our ledger has been saved with the details of where our downloaded file from bank has been kept. So basically for that you have to download the file account statement from your net banking account and keep it there. Okay, once that is downloaded, what you can do, you can come to banking by pressing N. Okay, by pressing N, and here you will see bank reconciliation. Now we will take SBI. Okay, you have to give the details like required. Now let us import the statement. So this is already showing what all entries have been made in our ledger. Let's see what all details the bank has. Okay, so we will say bank statement, and automatically it is picking it from here. I will simply press, since it has not been imported, it is showing no. Okay, but now when I press enter, it is getting imported into Tally from Excel. Let's see what happens. Yeah, now it is importing. So it is saying that total entries in bank statement is 8, reconcile 0, additional bank entry is 8. Now what does this mean? If there are entries in your Tally that exactly match with what is there in the bank statement, it will get automatically reconciled. Otherwise there will be additional bank entries. So we will just press any key and see what are the things. These are the details, and let us do one thing. On 25th June there was an interest. So what I will do, but I forgot to make an entry of that interest. So I want to create a voucher from here, right? So I will come here, select, and click on create voucher. Okay, so you see automatically this voucher is getting created of interest earned. I only have to select the ledger, and automatically these things are being taken. So the bank was taken, the date was taken, the amount was taken, the narration has also been taken. So I will simply come and press enter, enter, and it is done. Okay, so I've already reconciled it. Now let me show you reconciled here. It basically shows that the entry has been made in the bank statement, but there is no similar entry in Tally. Okay, so I should press escape or skip it. Okay, so most of these entries are new, so I will keep skipping. Unreconciled transactions from book, because the amount of 2000 matched. Okay, it is $2000, but this is 2000 rupees. So Tally is thinking whether this is the same amount. If it is actually same, then I will press enter to accept, but actually it is not same, so I will press escape. Okay, okay, so I will stop because I'm seeing most of the transactions are not linked. However, I will also show you that if it is linked, then what happens. Okay, so we come back to gateway of Tally, and like I said, I will want to show you a reconciliation. Okay, now what we are doing here is we are making an entry so that it gets auto reconciled. Okay, so here there was a payment from SBI to a ledger wherein we have just named it deposit ledger of rupees 500 on 13th April. Okay, so let's see how this is getting matched. So we will come here, go to banking reconciliation, okay, SBI, and now I want to see all the entries. Here what I am seeing only the ones that are not reconciled. So I will click F12, show reconciled transactions also. I will mark yes and control A to save. Now here you see that these two entries have been reconciled automatically. Once it gets reconciled, Tally does not show that. Okay, so this is one interest received and this is one deposit made. So what I want to show you in the bank statement how it is being shown. Okay, now you see this 60, this 56 rupees 25th June, this is already reconciled. So nothing was required to be done from our end. And there was one 500 as well. Let me show you. Yeah, 13th April. Let's verify some of the data. Come to banking, bank reconciliation, SBI. Okay. Now, what many people often think that is automatic reconciliation, but actually is manual, is this. They will come here and type 10th April, and they think this is what is the method of reconciliation, but it's not. What you can do is first input the, yeah, I will accept it. Okay, import this. It takes a little time. Press enter. Okay, and now what you have to do is click on reconcile all unlinked. Now this, so what this does is wherever Tally feels that there is a tentative match, it compares the date, it compares the amount, okay, and when it thinks that probably this is the similar thing, what you have to do is press enter and accept, and automatically Tally will reconcile them. Reconcile successfully, enter. Like no transaction exists, so just press escape. Now this is again, this also a match, so press enter. Okay, like this, if you find a match, press enter, otherwise keep pressing escape. Okay, this is escape, 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 escape. Yeah, done. The ones that have already been done are not showing. If you want to see, you can press F12 and see them from here. But okay, I will put it off. And for these, you have to simply either type, okay, and 26.4, 26.4, okay, and 10.5, 26.5, done. So our reconciliation is done. Control A, come back, okay, and amounts not reflected is these. So the ones that were there in the software that have been reconciled, you need to decide what you have to do. Suppose this is one entry that you would want to create. What you can do is just come here and click on create voucher, okay, and automatically say cash, automatically it will make this entry. So again, a huge time save. I hope you understood bank reconciliation, and I'm sure it will help you as well. Okay. In this video, we'll learn about a little complex topic called cost centers. So let's begin. Where are cost centers used? Cost centers is basically an additional way of reporting. Now, usage of cost centers will help you to take better decisions, and the usage of cost centers will not directly have an impact on your balance sheet. So let me give you an example. Let us say that we have been selling to different parties like Arundhati Trading and GIFT Incorporation. Now, I have also taken two salesmen, and the salesmen are Hitesh and say Ramesh, and they will be making the sales on our behalf. Okay. So basically, first let me create the cost center. To create the cost center, press F11. Okay. You have to come here and make this option as yes. Maintain cost centers as yes. And you can also put maintain more than one payroll or cost category as yes. Okay. Then press Ctrl A. Once that is done, let us create cost centers. Accounts info, cost centers, come to cost centers, create. Okay. Here you will see primary cost category. So just press backspace, select primary cost category and write salesman Hitesh, enter, enter and save. Similarly, here you write salesman, say Ramesh, enter, enter and save. Once this is saved, now our cost centers are ready. Okay, so let's see how we can make the entry. Come to accounting vouchers. Okay, And before proceeding, just ensure one thing. Press F12 and ensure that use common ledger account for item allocation is set to no. Okay. Once that is set to no, press Ctrl A. Okay. Okay. Just one more thing. Press Escape and also check accounts, ledger, alter, check the sales ledger and just ensure that this is also turned to yes, where the cost centers are applicable. If it is no, then just turn it to yes. Control A and come back to the voucher. So VF8 sales. Here, let us say we are making a sales to Gift Planet Incorporation. The sale has been made by, say, Hitesh. So he made two pieces of sales, 75,000. Okay. Now, because we turned this use common ledger as no, that is why it is asking for this. So when this comes, select primary cost category. And since this was sold by Hitesh, just tag his cost center. Okay. So this will give us the information that Hitesh has made this sale. Press enter and save. Okay. Now on the 2nd of July, say a cash sales was done where one Nokia 64 was sold by Ramesh. Okay. Just save like this and enter like this and save it. Okay. Now press escape, come back to gateway of tally. Press D for display, S for statement of account and cost centers. Okay. Yeah. Now, just in the display cost center, just press on category summary or cost center breakup, whatever. So let's see category summary. Okay. Now, if you don't see, just change the date 1720. Okay. 3720. Enter. So there you go. We see that Hitesh has sold 1,50,000 of goods and Ramesh has sold 25,000 of goods. Let's say the rule is that I pay 5% commission on the total sales that they do. Okay. So, so Hitesh will get 7,500 and he'll get 1,250 rupees. Okay. So we can make the payments like that as well. So let me show you. So suppose I have to make the payment. Okay. So let's say employee salaries. I will enable the cost centers by coming here and yes, perfect. It's enabled by default. So the total amount was 5% of 1,50,000, which is 7,500. Okay, and sorry, and what was the total amount? So 7,500 plus 1,250 for Ramesh. Okay, so it will be 8,750. Okay, so I will take primary cost category. Salesman Hitesh will get 7,500 and Ramesh will get 1,250. Okay, this is correct. Just press enter and keep pressing enter and it's done. Okay, now let's see DSC and enter and there you go. Let me show from 1st July. So it means 5% of 1,50,000 is 7,500, 5% 25,000. Okay, this is correct. Ignore this. Let us see if we can close this. So show closing balance no and control A. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we have paid this much as commission and this is the total sales done by them. Now let us say that we also want to have the expenses. So now that is clear. Let's also make a entry where some expenses were made by the employees on conveyance. Okay, for the sales of these. Let's come back to Gateway of Tally. Press accounting vouchers V. Then let's say on 3rd of August we are making this payment. We will select our conveyance charges ledger, control enter and just see if this is marked as yes. Okay. So let's say the total expense was 2,500. Yeah. And Hitesh, okay. Then the name is wrong. It should not be telephone expenses. Okay, let it be telephone. I will put conveyance charges here. Conveyance charges. Okay. And so let me create conveyance charges. I am creating these by pressing Alt C as I have already taught in my earlier videos. Okay. So I will write Hitesh. and this I will go back and press spacebar and select conveyance charge. So this would be say 1500. Here again I will press Alt C and I will write conveyance charges Ramesh. Okay, just save it like this and make an entry. Let's see the report by pressing escape. D, S and C. Category summary, press enter. Okay, so this was the total sales. Let me show you the correct period. So now here if you see conveyance charges, 1500 was spent by Hitesh and 1000 by Ramesh. Okay, so now let's also make telephone expenses in the same way. So I will, okay, let me select SBI. Okay, this ledger is not there, so we will create by pressing Alt C. Telephone expenses. Expenses. Okay, this is yes by default. Just press enter, and let's say the bill was say 3000, and here I will charge it as this. Okay, simple. Okay, I've given the name as Rakesh. I think this should be Ramesh. Yeah. Okay, just save it. You see how easily I am changing the names, everything. It is so easy to change the data. Okay, just press escape and see. Come back DSC to see the report. Press enter, and there you go. So 2500 was the total expense. Breakup like this. Sales was this. Breakup like this. Okay, if you want to see the total sale, just give the entire date. 720, enter. Okay, 3000 was the total telephone expense divided equally between them. Now let us do one more thing. Let us say a sales is done where both of them work equally. Okay, in that case we can use uh, cost categories, and we don't have to allocate the percentage separately. So let me show you how that is to be done. Press F11, press enter. Okay, mark this as yes. Use predefined cost center allocation. When you mark this as yes, a pop-up like this will open up. Give any name like sales agents commissions. Okay, then primary cost category, this will be by there by default. You can give any percentage. Let's say you give 60% to Hitesh and say 40% to Ramesh. Just press enter and save it. Control A. Okay, now F8 sales cost center class, it was sales agents commissions, right? Just select this and say a cash sales is done where two pieces of this amount Samsung 64 is being sold. Okay, now this will take everything automatically. Just press and save enter. So 1,50,000 60% is 90,000. Let's see what sales is shown. Okay, now come back DSC enter, and so F2 1720 enter. Okay, just press enter exactly. So it has taken correctly. 1,50,000 was sold earlier and 90,000 has been sold in August. Okay, 90,000 is 60% of 1,50,000. So you understood how you can automatically segregate based on percentage also. That is also possible. Okay, so coming back to Gateway of Tally, what I showed here is just an example, but this will cover most of the usage of cost center. Okay, so in this tutorial, we learn about budgets. Budgets is an area which is not much used in Tally. So let us enable budgets first. In the meanwhile, I will also tell you why budgets are used. Okay, so first we will come here, budgets and scenarios, maintain budgets and control. Just press yes. Okay, type yes and control A to save. Once this is done, your budgets are enabled. So budgets are basically used to enable us to have some sort of a track. Like in any organization, suppose you estimate that for telephone expenses, you would want an average expenditure of say 10,000 per month. Okay, you would want to know whether you are continuously uh, being within the budget or you are exceeding it. Okay, so let's see. what we will do, we will make a ledger. Okay, so let me see if okay, we have one ledger called conveyance charges, which is under indirect expense. Yeah, and since GST is irrelevant, so I will write not applicable, control A. Okay, let me make one more ledger, so ALC, and let it be telephone expenses. Okay, indirect expense, yes. Applicable, I'll make it as not applicable, not applicable, control it, right? Now let's come and we will go to accounts info masters, then we will go to budgets because we have just enabled it. Then we will go to create. Once you go to create, let us write telephone expenses. Okay, and so let me see, I want to give 1st April to say 30th of June. Okay, and I will only take ledgers, and here I will take telephone expenses on closing balance. That means what should be the closing balance of telephone expenses, right? So let us take the closing balance, that is the closing balance should be 25,000. Okay, for 3 months, which is pretty good. Let me reduce it a little, it's too much. Yeah, 5,000 per month. So just save it. Now uh, let us make a voucher entry. So let me, yes, no entries are there. V F5 for payment, cash. Okay, it's okay. Ignore that it is in red, so no problem. Telephone expenses, and say on 30th of April, there was a bill of 4,500. Just save it. Then on 30th of May, there was another bill of say 7,500. Just save it. Okay, and say 30th of June, there was a bill of 3,500. Save. Okay, now we have made 3 entries. I have also made some entries in conveyance charges. Okay, so let me show you that also. So basically in conveyance charges, what we have done, we have made one entry of 12,000 in April and 14,000 in May. That's it. And let us see if we have set the budgets and scenarios. So accounts, budgets, alter. We take conveyance budgeting, and what we have done, okay, we need to set it up on closing balance, which is 36,000. Fine. Okay, same way we have set it for this also. So just save, come back, come to profit and loss, Alt F1 to expand. Now press Alt C, Alt C. Okay, and here select. Let's say first we want to see telephone expenses, so we will select telephone expenses budget. Notice this budget. Okay, variance we will see after some time. Just press enter. So here it shows that the total budgeting for telephone expenses was 15,000 and the actual expenditure has been 15,500. Okay, conveyance we have not seen. Suppose you want to see conveyance right here, so just press Alt C again, come here and take conveyance. Okay, so here you see 36,000 was the allocated budget and you have already spent 26,000. Okay, till now. So this gives us a clear picture. Like we know this is till June and it is okay. And here we have only spent for 2 months. If you see, June is still pending. So let us make June entry for conveyance. VF5 cash conveyance. Let's say it was 7,000. Now come back, profit and loss account, Alt F1, Alt C, conveyance, budgeting. Okay, so here you see that 33,000 has been spent and the budget was 36,000. So it's fine. Now let me see what is the variance. Variance means what is the difference between the plan and the actual. So press Alt A or alter column, and here press Y, show variance. So see, it clearly shows 36,000 minus 33,000 is 3,000. So it is plus 3,000. Okay. So that is fine within budgets. Similarly, if I want to see for telephone expenses, so I do Alt A, okay, and I will select telephone expenses, enter. So in telephone expenses, it is showing that we have crossed the budget by 500 rupees. Okay, if you want to see both together, then press Alt C and conveyance, yes. Okay, so total we can see that for conveyance it is 3000 positive and 500 negative. This is one of the main areas how you can use budgets, but otherwise it is not a very widely used feature. However, if you want, you can impress your boss. If you want to, maintain like this, that what is the budgeted amount, and in bigger organizations, this is used a little bit.